Am I calling the right person?
Hi, Madison.
Hi, this is Mika.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry. Do you mind if I
Just,
start with a couple questions for my class?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. All right. So,
Choose CV or
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know.
So, sorry, my connection is really bad here.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You can just keep it on audio then if you like.
Sorry, you're my second Skype I've ever done. I don't
Oh,
really,
it's okay.
I don't know
So
what
it's
button is.
practice.
Sorry. All right. What is your educational background?
So I am a PhD now, but
Mm-hmm.
I started out in upstate New York. I got my just regular high school diploma,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there I went to Bard College, got my Bachelor of the Arts in Chemistry, and that let me go on to like grad school. And so then in grad school I got my PhD in chemistry,
Okay.
and so I graduated in March. But
Oh, you're fresh.
yeah, right, yeah. I did that too. I'm a fresh. Well, now I'm what's called a postdoc. So
Mm-hmm.
after you get your PhD, if you want to become like professor sometime,
Mm-hmm.
you will go work for another sort of lab research group, and
Uh-huh.
then
Hello?
research to sort of broaden your background. So I'm traditionally an organic chemist, but now I'm doing a lot more microbiology.
You go to organic chemistry to micro?
Yeah, yeah. I used to hate I used to hate biology, but now I totally see the value in knowing about it and understanding and being able to do the techniques
you're
that go
like
in biology.
you're like the opposite of me. Like after high school, I'm like, that's the last biology class I ever take.
Well, that's what I thought. But then during I hated biology during undergrad, and I went to grad school, and then I started appreciating it more.
Okay.
But
All right. Sorry. Let me get to my next question. Um, how did you get started in your field?
in chemistry,
Yes.
I actually took Orgo as a sophomore, and then I liked it a lot,
I'm
and I
sorry.
started
Sophomore in high school or college?
in college. Yeah,
Okay.
in college. And then I started doing research with my organic professor actually, and she became my sort of like undergrad thesis advisor, and so I did research with her for 3 years. That was sort of just asking is like how I ended up doing it, but
Sorry, I can't. Oh yeah. So the thesis statement. Would you have any pointers on that? I have to pick a research topic this semester, so I have a year to do research, so I can write something for my thesis statement. Do you have any
okay.
like pointers or suggestions or best way to handle that?
Yeah, so I looked up your college, and it seems like it's pretty like broad, right? Like everybody like majors in everything, but then you sort of focus in your last year. Is
Yeah.
it like a capstone? Is that what you're ending up doing?
A what?
A capstone, or is it like a full year thesis?
Just like one semester thesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So um, what are your requirements by your school for your thesis?
Thesis. Well, they want you to do some research, and then like the next semester you get credit for writing a thesis. So basically, you get 0 credits for like a whole year, and then when it's time for thesis time, you get like 4 credits to write up your thesis.
Oh, okay, okay. So I did that kind of thing in undergrad too.
Mhm.
The way that I came up with my project was I really like natural products,
Mhm.
and so I like thinking about how the bonds are made. Um, and what I wanted to do was sort of create a general methodology to be able to access um, a certain type of natural product.
Mhm.
So that was really, really broad. And then my undergrad advisor helped me sort of narrow it down to be like, okay, well, here's a realistic thing that you can do. And so we started looking at it's called aziridination reactions. And so what that does is a nitrogen reacts at a specific bond and then makes an aziridine. And what I wanted to do was be able to pop it open. So it was sort of playing around with that. It didn't really end up working out super well, which is fine because I still learned from it.
Mhm.
have you done any research as an undergrad yet? Or
No, it's gonna be next semester is gonna be my first semester like picking something to research on.
okay. So is your like thesis is it's going to be like a wet lab that you do and then write about basically.
Oh, so sorry. So the lab you did like during a year, and then you write about it.
Yeah. So in a typical research lab, you'll be in a like sort of like your regular organic chemistry lab,
Mhm.
except you have usually a lot more people and a lot more resources,
Mhm.
and everybody's working on their own project. So I would suggest what about organic research like interests you? Like what's your like favorite part of it? I guess.
I like retrosynthesis.
Total synthesis,
No, retro.
retrosynthesis. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so if you think about natural products and sort of like retrosynthesis, the whole point of that is to then go forward with your hypothesis
Mhm.
of like, if I break these bonds, then in the end, I might end up making this natural product. So I would sort of, do you guys have access to SciFinder?
Sorry, to
Um,
what?
it's called SciFinder.
Sci-Finder. It
Um,
sounds familiar.
yeah, SciFinder or Web of Science or Reaxis, if you know what I mean. Figure out how to. Here. So SciFinder. Um, can you see this that I'm typing?
Yeah, I see you type Sci-Finder.
And then Web of Science. These
Oh,
are
I've heard of
sort
Web of
of
Science.
databases. Yeah, 3 databases where you can sort of look up not only papers, but you
Mhm.
can also look up transformations. So if there's a specific natural product that you're interested in, um, then you can look up possible transformations and sort of prior art of like what's been done in the literature and how you can apply it to your current molecule. So another resource you should look into is an ACS journal called um, Journal of Natural Products. So I'm writing
Journal of
this down
Natural
too.
Products.
It's natural products, but you'll find it if you just search that.
Mhm.
And there are a lot of, they basically publish not only total syntheses, but also new natural products that have been discovered with like bioactive characteristics, basically. So they'll find a sponge and grind it up, and then isolate the natural product, and then see whether or not it's active against cancer or bacteria or some kind of fungi or something. And that's part of, I mean, that's how we found our regular antibiotics to begin with.
Mhm.
Um, they'll have a lot of compounds in those journals that you might be able to look at as a potential target. So I would try and find something that is more straightforward,
Mhm.
more simple than sort of some of these. Sorry, I don't have some of these like really crazy compounds with like all these quaternary centers and lots of stereochemistry because that will be a PhD thesis if you end up doing that. Like don't put yourself through that kind of stress. Um, you definitely want to look for something that has some complexity, but also sort of like achievable goals.
Mhm.
If you are interested in retrosynthesis, then you can look at some products and think about like what transformations can you use, or where would you pick the typical CC bond or carbon heteroatom bond to sort of then look forward.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So I'm learning about computational chemistry. I've never even like known about this until they created this class at Stockton. It's the first year they're doing it. Um, you think I can incorporate that into a thesis statement, like computational chemistry?
So what is it called?
It's called computational chemistry. I've never even heard of this field of chemistry.
Oh, computational.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so there are a lot of people on Twitter that do computational chemistry.
Mhm.
So what that involves is basically looking at either, like, so you use a computer to generate theoretical data about a compound. So what they're doing is using like really big computers, like whole core computing centers to calculate potential like reaction steps. So like you can figure out why one reaction might be favorable over another. That's absolutely something that you could propose. There's the journal of what was it? Like there's a bunch of ACS journals that you probably have access to that are just computational focused, but there are also a lot of people that utilize computational chemists in organic chemistry. So Ken Howe is a really famous computational chemist, and he collaborates with a lot of organic chemists to sort of like tease out why they formed one reaction product over another. So if you design your synthesis and it doesn't end up going according to plan, he can sort of help you figure out like why that might be. But there are lots and lots of computational chemists on Twitter, even like obviously everywhere at every institution. But that's absolutely something that you could propose. The only limitation would be your computing power. So these people are writing like whole programs in order to compute reaction steps.
That's my problem. Like right now, I'm in a computation methods class right now, and my computer is like terrible. It's so slow. It takes like an hour to do like three carbons. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be a good idea to like try to like use this computer doing a research project?
So I would reach out to your professors if there's someone that's teaching the computer science or like the computational course. There's probably a like either computer science resource on campus where you could have access to like a cluster of computers that could help you with these computations. So if that's something that you're actually really interested in, you can absolutely do it.
I want to do both. I want to do like the bench work and that.
Computer.
What'd you say?
I would not suggest doing it on your own computer.
No.
It does take a very, very long time and like a lot of processing power.
Oh. All right, you mind if I ask you another question from my sheet? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was a question. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Okay. How does social networking play in like finding a job or something, like in the hiring process?
Okay, that's a really interesting question. So when I found my PhD, it was more of a my PI, like my undergrad advisor, knew the professor that I ended up working for in grad school. So networking, like as a base level, is like super, super important. But I'm actually finding that social networking, especially Twitter, is becoming like incredibly useful because you can kind of make your opinions known about like either politics or like in my case mostly science really rapidly. And then if you engage with other people, that sort of increases your not only standing in the field but recognition. So I've had like professors at this school who I've never actually met before, like in real life. When I came to this school, they were like, "Oh, you're like Madison from like Twitter, like that's right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." But it's super weird because I mean, I'm not famous. I don't want to be famous, but like social media has this aspect of if you put it out there, someone will find it. So I definitely think that in the future, it's going to be very helpful for finding a job, at least for me, because I do want to be a professor, so that means that I do need to know a lot of people. Whether or not hiring committees will look at my Twitter and basically be like, well, you could have gotten 3 more publications if you weren't on Twitter so often. I don't know, but like realistically, I think it helps from a social networking aspect, but also from a like science communication aspect. So that's the other sort of my end goal is to get the research that I'm doing out into the public, because a lot of it is sort of it's translational in that it like we want to either make this for people to be helped,
Mm-hmm.
or like translate this into a um, like not a product, but a product that like will help a person in their everyday life. So I think social media in general like is very, very key in doing that, and I think a lot more professors are realizing that. Um, but yeah,
Do you happen to
definitely.
have your own website? Like before I was talking to you, I also talked to Chris. He reached out to me. He does dust explosion research. He was
Yeah,
telling
is
me
that Chris Moncler or something?
Cooney, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right. He was telling me how his website actually helped him get a lot more job offers. I was wondering, do you have your own website too, or I know he does.
So I don't have my own website yet. It's
Mhm.
definitely something I've been thinking about making.
Mhm.
Um, it feels a little weird. I mean, like I was in the generation that had like live journal and MySpace and stuff, so you had like a website where you sort of presented yourself to the world.
Mhm.
But it's been weird for me thinking about making my own website. It's probably something I'll look into in the near future because I have been seeing more and more of my friends sort of make their own. And if I end up having a lab of my own, then I'll end up having like a group website.
Mhm.
So I think from a professional development aspect, it definitely could help because it does serve as sort of like a resume for like what you've achieved, and like if you do have like videos you can post them on there, and you can have like sort of a blog aspect where you delve into like whatever Twitter topic you're talking about even deeper, but it's something I haven't really jumped into yet because it is a little weird for me. But I definitely think so. I looked at your website, and I think you have a lot of really good resources on it, especially in terms of not having done like proper like lab research yet.
Mhm.
I think it's good to show the skills that you've acquired over sort of like your career as an undergrad, and going forward, if you continue sort of like dumping in everything that you've done and highlighting your achievements, I think it's definitely a tool that you could use because it is more dynamic than like a CV. A CV is sort of just like a list of everything that you've
Mhm.
done, and you can include like moving images, which is also like way more impactful usually. Like a video tweet will get way more interaction than just here's some text in my opinion on the matter.
Mhm.
Um, so probably in the future, definitely I'll look into it.
When you do, make sure you post it so everybody can know.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I'll let you know too. Um,
And sorry, can I ask you, what type of research are you doing right now?
okay, so previously I was making just natural products. I was working on molecules that modulate bacterial signaling.
Mhm.
Um, and from that, I wanted to sort of switch from just doing hardcore organic chemistry into
Mhm.
doing more like translational research. So what I'm doing now is basically protein expression and this technology that we have in our lab called phage display. And so phage are viruses that only infect bacteria.
Mhm.
And so what we do is we basically have proteins displayed on the surface of the phage so that we can sort of engineer, do directive evolution and engineer better proteins. Um, so some of the projects in our lab are focusing on human diseases, and trying to make proteins that will bind, so either biomarkers of some kind of disease better. So I can't like tell you exactly what they are,
No,
but
you're
uh,
fine.
yeah, no, so like mostly protein engineering is what I'm working on now, which is very cool. It's really interesting to sort of see both aspects of like the ligand and the receptor, and to see sort of how they interact and how you can make them better. Um, for my own future research, I think I'm going to try and like bring the two together and look at how like the ligand actually affects the protein and whether or not we can make the protein do something different. So I'm not sure how that will end up going, but hopefully I'll learn everything I need to here in order to do that in the future. I'm really interested in antibiotic resistance, so that's sort of what I think I'm gonna end up applying everything to. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Can I ask you? I think I've heard of. Sorry, what's it called? Phage.
Stage.
Is that? Are they doing it in the U.S. yet? I think they were doing it in some other countries. As far as the, what is it? It's a antivirus or something like that. They inject into you and it like attacks something. Sorry.
So phage
Yeah.
are bacteriophage. So I don't know if there are any. I think there are some phage therapies where the phage will go and attack a certain type of cell that's displaying either a protein or something else. Not sure if it's being done in the U.S., but we're mostly using phage to find a better protein. So we're using it as like a instead of it being like the vaccine, it's like the hammer or the wrench in the middle. Well, I guess not hammer or wrench, like the syringe in the middle. Like it's the tool to which to deliver the technology. But I'm not really sure if how like widespread it's being used. There are definitely systems of virus and systems of bacteria that are being used as therapeutics. So like the CRISPR-Cas9 stuff is a system that was discovered where bacteria are able to defend against viruses. But I'm not sure how extensive actual phage injection is. I would expect it's not that widespread yet.
No, I don't think so. No, I remember hearing about that a couple years ago. Like, it was something they couldn't cure. I think it was antibiotic, like resistance to antibiotics. So I believe they used the phage therapy for that. I'm not too sure. It was some type of terrible infection that was like eating flesh or something.
Oh.
Yeah, some other country.
I'm not sure.
What'd you say?
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it looked horrible. I'm like, I know they're not doing it in the USA though. That phage therapy stuff.
We're definitely not doing it. We don't. I think so. There's different levels of biosafety. So you can have like biosafety 1, which is what we are right now. So we're working with non-infectious bacteria and viruses. And then there's like biosafety level 2 and 3. And so the higher you get in number, the like more either pathogenic the bacteria or like infectious host it or infectious material is. All the way up to where you're working with like live viruses, so like H1N1, and that's when you're sort of like in the full suit, like
C Nation.
Yeah. But, no, we work with non-infectious bacteria and non-infectious phage. So.
Okay. Yeah, I could never imagine doing the other one.
Yeah, no, I don't want anything of that. Not at all. I'm not getting close. Research.
Can I ask you, for organic chemistry, if I wanted to follow in your steps and pursue that as like a specific area, what tips would you give me?
So I would definitely. So are you thinking about going to grad school?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. So how many more years do you have? This is your senior year, you said, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to graduate next year.
Oh, okay. So I would definitely start thinking about possible labs that you should work in. And since you haven't really gotten a lot of research experience, I would apply to, they're called REU programs. So I'm going to look up the website for it now.
Okay.
But so REUs are research, what are they called? Research something opportunities for undergrads. I don't know what the stands for. But there are a lot of sites that you can apply to. So you're in New Jersey, which means that I think there are a bunch in New Jersey, but here I'll just dump this website into. So in chemistry, there's a lot of sites at different schools. So that website that you go to, you'll sort of find a list of universities that have REU programs in place. this semester, like this summer. And what you do to that for them is just apply to the program, and then you'll end up being able to find a lab to work in. And so then with that kind of experience, you'll be able to see exactly sort of what grad school is like. So I definitely look into that. And if there are any professors at your school that are doing research actively, I would like reach out to them and then talk to them and see if you can do any research either over the summer or in their lab, so that you sort of get the hands-on experience of seeing whether or not that's something that you want to do. So grad school is really, really hard. And it's hard in that, like, the school part is hard, but it's hard sort of like on you as a person, because it's something that you're doing every single day, like more than 9 to 5, like
oh my God.
on the weekends. It's a lot of work, and I don't want to scare you from it, but there are a lot of really good resources on, like, people on Twitter who have like spoken to the benefits and just like sort of disadvantages of going to grad school. But I would definitely do like real research in a lab before you make that decision and make that commitment.
So kind of like a trial run, sort of.
Applications so you'll graduate in the spring of next year?
Yes.
Is that what will happen? Okay. So, so spring 2018?
Wait, I'm sorry. What is it? 19.
Okay, yeah, so then you have like plenty of time. So your actual grad school applications will be due around like November, December of next year, so a year from now. So I'd definitely try and get into an RU. That way you have the ability to sort of like figure out whether that's something you want to do. And then once you apply to grad school, there are a lot of schools that have like open enrollment. So either like they have a deadline or they have like rolling admissions, and it's all about sort of reaching out to professors and reaching out to sort of like the search committees and seeing when are they like going to stop accepting people. But I would definitely look into doing research before you made that commitment, because grad school is a lot
really
different
that bad?
than undergrad. It's a lot different than undergrad.
Can I actually, they have you like TAing and stuff for like I've heard of other schools, like Stockton, we really don't have TAs teach any of our classes. It's just all the professor.
So I went to Bard College, which is in upstate New York, and that was like a very small school, so we only had like 1,800 undergrads. And so all of our TAs were sort of supplemental to our actual professor. So the professors taught the class, they had office hours, like all that stuff. We actually didn't have recitations. I don't know if you guys have recitations.
Sorry, I really don't know what that is. What's a recitation?
So a recitation is basically like, if you're in a class of like 150 people or 600 people, which is typically like bigger schools, you'll have, outside of the actual main lecture, you'll have a TA teach problem sets or review quizzes or give you quizzes sometimes, like those kinds of things where it's just about like 15 to 20 people. So it's a way of bigger schools being able to manage large classrooms and make sure that like students aren't getting lost. For the most part, TAs do a pretty good job, but there are a lot of students that sort of get lost because they don't have like necessarily a great TA. But in grad school, TAing is actually part of how grad students get paid. So either you'll TA or you'll be on a research grant. So your professor will apply for money from the NIH or the NSF or like a bajillion other foundations. And then if they get that grant funded, then they'll be able to pay their grad students instead of them having to teach class. Because teaching class does sort of like take up a huge amount of time out of your ability to do research. So
how was your experience teaching a class?
Teaching?
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love teaching. So part of the reason that I want to be a professor. When I was teaching, it was definitely probably my happiest, because I like interacting with undergrads. I like having like sort of the one-on-one, like, what are you struggling with and how can we like get you past it? But that's also because I went to an undergrad that was very, very small. how big is your school? Like, how many undergrads total?
I'm not sure, but I just know this year it's gonna be their biggest It was their biggest freshman class ever in their history, and they're building a bigger building, so they're expanding. But max of people we have in our class is usually around like 25. I'll say we don't have too many.
Oh, yeah. So that's exactly how big my classes usually were. But so where I went to undergrad school, which is at Temple University in Philly, actually, is Maryland, those classes could get upwards of like 150. The other grad school that I was thinking about going to, sorry, the other grad school that I was thinking about going to was RPI in upstate New York. Because they are a science school, their like general chemistry or intro to physics or like organic chemistry classes could be upwards of 600 people.
Wow.
Which is, I think, sort of unfair for what you're paying for, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how you can pay $30,000 a year and be in a class of 600 people, but that's where the recitations come in. So, yeah, like, I would say if you're going to go to a grad school, try and go to if you don't want the, like, Ivy League experience of grad school, I would say go to, like, a mid-level grad school so that you don't have to be a TA with 8 other TAs in one class, because it does sort of get out of control. But
Okay.
yeah.
So. Well, that's all really the questions I can think of.
Okay.
Thank you for your insight of how I should handle the thesis statement and everything else. Okay.
Yeah, cool. And if you end up having any more like questions about grad school or anything, feel free to like email me or like hook up with me again on Twitter, and then I can also like point you into the direction of like a lot of other professors if you want to talk to somebody who does more like analytical research or who does computation research or like biomedical stuff. Like there's just tons and tons of people on Twitter. It's just about like sort of being introduced to them and saying, okay, do you have time to talk? But the other two people that responded to your tweet as of this morning, Nessa, she went to school in the Midwest, so to grad school, and she's actually British, so she also has like sort of a international view of it, so it probably is different than mine. And then I think the other person who responded to you is a computational person, so you might also want to reach out to them. But yeah, no, absolutely. If you have any other questions, always feel free to email me or DM me. I'm here.
I'm just surprised you guys answered back. I figured everybody would just ignore it. I'm just so happy.
The sort of community, science community on Twitter, especially, and I think undergrads don't really realize this, like, people are willing to sort of answer questions all the time. Obviously, I'm not doing this, like, every day, but, like, if you send me an email, like, unsolicited, I'm probably going to respond to you. Like, I don't have that many emails yet. But, yeah, no, so if you ever have any other questions, just shoot me an email. But, yeah, so I hope everything works out with sustainment and stuff. I know it was a struggle to sort of come up with an idea for mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, oh. Well, I have a while to think about it. I'll let you know about which topic I choose, and for the research, which professor I choose, okay?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That'd be great.
All right. Thank you very much for responding back to me.
No problem. I hope you have a great rest of your semester. I think you guys are probably almost done, right?
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your break once you get to it, and take some time for you.
Oh, I'm going to need it.
Yeah. Absolutely. But,
all right. See ya.
okay. No problem. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.